across the Jordan River, and one of the first cities they encountered was Jericho. So it was a commercial center, and they were able to enter in, and they befriended a woman whose profession was the oldest profession in the world. She was a prostitute. Her name was Rehab. And people, they actually had their apartments within the walls of the city. So her particular apartment, there was a window, apparently that they schemed to allow the Hebrews, once they brought the forces over and across, to compromise that wall by, when they're not looking,
the traitors.
she would let down whatever, some sort of a rope to allow them to scale and come into her
Okay,
apartment, from which they could then launch the attack from the inside. So that the marching around, tooting horns, that was all a distraction so that they could, when they were maybe on the other side and attention was more focused to that side, they could slip a few more people up
Decoy, is a decoy.
So they amassed a small army inside of her apartment. Then when the time came, these guys were let loose inside the city, and they opened the gates, right? I don't know if the walls came tumbling down, but certainly...
Why is it important the walls fell inside, not outside?
I don't know that they did.
What is it that when God told them to go around it 7 times and then call on trumpets? Is that the same story?
Yes, it was a distraction.
Oh, that was a distraction that made them go. But it was good they brought it down because it's a center of sodomy and corruption and filth.
Every culture is going to paint the other side as the enemy, right?
They were cheering the Christians.
They were painting the inhabitants of Jericho as evil to their own people, right? You always do that when you have an enemy. I mean, what was?
Also, that's why it fell inside.
Do with Saddam Hussein. Oh.
Saddam Hussein, sodomy. Saddam Hussein. Huh? Saddam Hussein. Your name's Saddam Hussein. Mr. Sodomy, Saddam Hussein.
Now they're doing it with Vladimir Putin. They always paint the other side.
You know what Putin means in Armenian? They call Putin. Puts means pussy. Putin. Pussy. Saddam Hussein Putin. Vladimir Putin. What does Vladimir mean? Vlad. What does Vlad mean?
It's a common Russian name.
What does it mean, though? So David Letterman, what? No.
In Ukraine,
it's
Waldemar.
Look, Vladimir is the same name as Dracula. Vlad,
the Impaler, yeah, that's Romanian.
He's a descendant of. He's some connection. Vladimir.
Connection to who?
Dracula.
Well, yeah, Vlad the Impaler was Dracula.
Putin is Vladimir.
No, Putin has nothing to do with that.
His name is the name
His name happens to be Vladimir. That's it.
But no connection. The name is the same, but no other than that, no connection.
Vlad the Impaler was
And that he's a bloodsucker.
12th or 13th century.
He's a bloodsucker. His first name the same as Dracula, but nothing else. Other than that, nothing else in common. Peter.
The time of Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler was a 15th century ruler of Wallachia. He was known for his brutal methods of punishment, which included impaling his enemies on stakes. Vlad III, commonly known as Vlad the Impaler or Vlad Dracula.
That is.
Prince of Wallachia 3 times between 1448 and his death in 1476-77.
It's iconic. It's genocide. All these victims are on top of spears. He put all these.
That's one way to.
That's actual thing that happened. Like to scare his enemies. Does that not? I don't know.
They did
Putin.
that everywhere. The Romans did that with when they crucified. Only they didn't use crosses; they used X's, and they hung them upside down on these X's.
Because you
That's
too
probably the way-
good. You're not good enough to be compared. You don't want to be compared to the.
that Christ was crucified, likely,
Huh?
likely upside down on one of those X crosses. And what they did is that goes back to the time of the Spartacus. Spartacus was a slave who led a rebellion in Italy. This is before Christ, and took the Romans some time to finally subjugate them, all these people. And so, to make an example, all along the was a big road, the
Appian Way.
Appian Way, right? They had all these crosses lined up, these X's, right? with
The
people-
Turks did it to
with
the
all
Armenians too.
The gladiators,
Look.
nailed to these things.
Brent, I'm gonna tell you the most horrific truth, the most obnoxious truth. At the very core of my being, what I've always wanted. Look, I'm always telling you I want to be janitor for convent of nuns
Why?
because that's my innermost darkest desire.
60, 70, 80-year-old women.
I want to be like sex slave. I've asked women to accept me as a sex slave. Despite it. And so, me thinking I've been made like that intentionally. Program me to be. Why? Huh?
You become a made man.
Made man.
It's a mafia term.
It's a mafia term?
Yeah.
And what does a made man do?
You go through an initiation, usually you're killing somebody that they want you to kill.
But that's nothing to do with women.
No,
Then why would you come that up?
it sounded appropriate. Why do you look so deeply into these things?
Because that's where the truth is. You got to look deeper. Because on the surface on the surface, what they put on the surface is the opposite to cover it up. You go
No.
deep, you find the
Dig
truth.
deep, the truth will set you free. But if you keep on digging, then you get locked up again. So
You keep on digging, you get locked up again.
don't dig too deep.
You heard that? If you go deep enough, you find the truth, set you free. Because too deep, you get locked up again.
That's right.
You gotta not too much, not too little, just right. He says, guy goes to restaurant, says, go to the chef, tell him about French fries, not too crispy, not too, right in the middle. I want my steak, not too rare, not too well done, right in the middle. So he's waiting 2 hours. So where the hell is that cook? The chef has a message for you. He said, kiss my ass, not to the right, not to the left, right in the middle. You just go right, not too much, not too, right in the middle.